Hey there, everybody. It's Rev Kev. Pray you're having an amazing day today. Welcome back to my Geek Corner here. And today I want to do a video that's not really the kind of video that I normally do, but I want to talk about this Will Smith slapping Chris Rock incident. Now I know there's 100,000 videos, probably a million videos by now talking about this already. But I'm a pastor, and I unapologetically talk about that. Here on my channel, like I'm not a big pusher of my faith, but my faith is very, very important to me. And I just want to kind of address this. Just I want to look at the words that Will Smith used, and I'm not going to use this as kind of a critique or a criticism of him, but hopefully as an encouragement to those of us who would say that are people of faith, that we believe in God, that we believe in Jesus. And so I just want to kind of approach this from that angle. So this is what Will said during his acceptance speech in the Oscars. So he already slapped Chris Rock and all that kerfuffle that went down. And then during his acceptance speech, these are the words he said, and I'm quoting him here. He said, "I am overwhelmed by what God is calling on me to do and to be in this world." Now that statement right there resonates with me. Like I literally got goosebumps on my arms just reading those words, because that is how God works in the world. I firmly believe that God puts a call on women, on men, to live out their lives in a godly way in order to accomplish God's will in the world. And so this is here. So he's overwhelmed by that. And I can relate to a statement like that in such a tiny little microcosm, role. Like in my role as a pastor, there are days I don't feel qualified to do this. I don't feel like I'm good enough to do this job. My church should hire someone better than me, smarter than me, more educated than me, someone who's got better vision than me. And I can relate to that feeling overwhelmed. And so that's a high call, and I think that's a beautiful thing. Then he goes on and he says, "I am being called on in my life to love people and to protect people and to be a river to my people." Now, again, all for that statement. I think that's a beautiful call, and I think that's a wonderful thing. So, a godly call on a man's life in Will Smith's case to be a protector of people, I think is a high call, and it's an honorable call. But God's call, I believe, will never go against God's commands. See, when you are overwhelmed by God's call in your life, you can pull in bits and pieces of the world and forget to do things God's way. Like if Will Smith was really, really that upset with Chris Rock over what he done, my Bible actually kind of gives me the answer of how he should have dealt with that, right? He said if Will Smith was really felt offended, that his wife was sinned against because of Chris Rock's joke, right? Well, it says in here, right? If your brother or your sister sins, go and point out their fault just between the two of you. Just between the two of you, not on national TV, not where it's going to be broadcast to so many people around the world and it's going to go over the place of you losing your crap, right? You go and you talk to the person one on one, right? If they listen to you, you've won them over. But if they will not listen, well, then take one or two others along with you so that every matter may be established by the testimony of two or three witnesses. It's like, there's a process for protecting. There's a process, a godly way to protect people, right? And so for me, that's what's just resonating so much as I've been watching so many videos today and seeing all the Twitter posts and all the comments about Will Smith and, and his response to this. If God is calling you to truly be a protector, I'm actually going to be praying for you. Not that Will Smith is ever going to see this video, but know that there's a Canadian pastor of a tiny little church up in Canada who's praying for you that you will fulfill God's call to be a protector and to love people. But it's got to be done like this, Will. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. And blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. You see, God's call on our life doesn't give us permission to go against God's will that is revealed to us in His Word. So that's just been wrestling with me, and so that's, I think, the challenge for all of us geek movie loving Christians who love this stuff, and we can get so swayed by the world. Right? God has got a high call for your life. God has got great plans for your life. God loves you so much, and so yeah, answer that call, and it will feel overwhelming. It will feel overwhelming, but have some people who are walking with you through that feeling of overwhelmedness, and you'll get through it through God at work in your life. So I hope this encourages someone. Again, not normally what I talk about here on my Geek Corner channel, but I just needed to address this. So I pray you have an amazing rest of your day. Until the next video, God bless you, and we'll talk to you soon.